Happy Monday. There are a few updates that I wanted to share with you. The Friday chit chat, I mentioned Jason getting the COVID test. It came back negative. Thank God. And I'm going to announce the giveaway winner tomorrow in a video. And the Saturday video where I opened the elf stuff, I reached out to elf when I got off recording on Friday, and they should already have another one on the way to the mail to me, and then we'll do the review of it. But from the elf video, I talked about 2 palettes I got because I wanted to do dupes videos. And this Kneaded Nude one, I think is very similar to the Urban Decay original Naked palette that you can't get anymore. Do I think it has all the colors? No. I was getting this out because we are going to swatch and we're going to see which colors are similar. So first thing I'm going to do, my hands are all clean. I just had them wet from a sanitary wipe. Okay, we're going to swatch the Urban Decay one first. And then I'm going to swatch them on this arm. I'm going to swatch the other one on this arm. And I'm going to see which ones are similar because I'm going to do it in order. Okay, you know what? Let's just swatch. Virgin, Sin, Naked. Virgin, Sin, Naked. Sidecar, Buck, Half Baked. Sidecar, Buck, Half Baked. Let me get more for Buck. This is a Naked palette, so you shouldn't assume that all the colors are going to be like extremely pigmented. Okay, Smog, Dark Horse, Toasted. Smog, Dark Horse, Toasted. I'm getting my palette all dirty. Okay, Hustle, Creep, Gunmetal. Hustle, Creep, Gunmetal. So that's the Urban Decay Naked palette swatched on that arm. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's only 10 in this palette. So we're going to take the other fingers. There's no names on this. Okay. I was making sure I'd be able to hold it up. Okay. Well, I don't know why I use that finger first. That is so weird. I use the middle finger first when I do this on this side for some reason. Let's try to do it right where I could. All right, we got that one. Aha. There we go. Wait, that one right there. All right, hold on. I messed up those colors. These 2 colors right here. Although they do look very similar. Okay, let's get this last one. And that's the elf one. It's all nudes. And the Urban Decay one. So I'm going to put them together on my... Okay, that one matches. I would almost say that one and that one are exact. So I'm going to wipe these arms down. And I'm going to reach in to each palette, the ones I think are exact matches. All right, so we're going to take this color, which is Sin, and the 5th color in the elf palette. This thing is too light. See, because that's the Elf. And that's the Urban Decay. Let me see this one real quick. Okay, now. But I think those are a match. Yeah, see, when you see it like that, you can see. Okay, so it's the darkest one, I think. Yeah. So it's the sidecar and the fourth shade are a match. I'll do it together or side by side. So sidecar and the fifth color. That's from two different palettes. All right. And then we have, let's see what this one looks like. This is the second shade. And this is the second shade. The Urban Decay one is slightly pinker. This is the Urban Decay one, and that's the Elf one. Now we're gonna take the actual fourth color, and the first color in the Urban Decay. I think those match better than the first one and the Elf one, but I could be wrong. Hold on. That's the first two. The Urban Decay one is shinier, that's for sure. Okay, there's two golds in the Elf one. Let's go with the third color here, and we're gonna go with Half Baked. Those might be similar. One is darker, definite. Well, I don't know, hold on. Let me use this sixth color. That's more copper tone. Okay, so yeah, the Half Baked and the third color and the Elf are a match. The Urban Decay is a slightly darker, but not by much. The one shade darker. This one is brassy. In the Elf palette, it's the sixth color. Let's see if this Smog is brassy. It's darker. It doesn't match at all. Okay. There's only two mattes in the Urban Decay palette, which kind of gives it harder to work with. In the Elf one, you have one that's got a glitter color in it. I don't know if y'all can see the sparkles. There's like gold sparkles. But in the Urban Decay one, the gunmetal one is like that. But it's a metallic blue with some blue sparkles in it, or silver sparkles. So they're not exact dupes. There are matches in here. And I will try to create a look using those. But let me check this. Is this a metallic? I think it is. Okay, yeah. The second to last shade in the Elf one is right here. And it matches the third, it matches the Hustle color. That is slightly metallic. Okay, so let's just do this. Now that we've gone 9 minutes of just going back and forth swatching, the first color I need to use, if I'm gonna make them match. Wait a minute, I didn't do that. Hold on. So Naked, and then the eighth color. Yes, they match. Naked and the eighth color match. And then Buck and the last color in the Elf palette. Those basically match too. Okay. So all the mattes match each other, which there's only two in the Urban Decay palette because this first one is a bit shiny. So it's hard to say whether or not it's a matte, but that's the one we're going into first. We're gonna go into Virgin. We're gonna use it on this side because this is the one that acts up. I don't know if y'all could see that, how it's kind of shiny. It's kind of a metallic shade. All right, and then I'm gonna go into the first shade in the e.l.f. palette. It's a little bit more powderier. I did wipe the shade off and to show you. So they're on the side that I'm using them on. And I have my shade switcher down here. This one isn't as shiny as the Urban Decay one, but it is as white. Okay, now we're gonna take the brush I like using for my crease. It looks like this. And we're gonna go into Naked on the Urban Decay side. It's the lightest brown shade. We're gonna pull that through only on the outer corner at first. As you can see, I'm stopping like right there. I don't know if y'all can see that since you can't really see it in the... That might need to be the... Let's go ahead and... I shade switched and I'm going into the 8th color on the other side. Since it's not listed as a color. Yeah, not even on the back. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and grab this bigger brush. We're gonna use those as the transitions. Since that seems to be what kind of color that is. Shade switch. And looking at this e.l.f. palette, you would not think that was a light brown. Let me show you. That's the shade I'm using. When you look at it, that's what it means when it's a naked palette. The pigmentation is not really gonna be there. And you can see that since I'm using it, that same exact color on both sides of my eyes. If I want the color to show up, I had to do that. Even in the other palette, I need to build it up, so. So that you could kind of see it. And you still can't see it really on this side. All right. Now we're gonna go into the Buck on the Naked palette. It's the darker brown, and we're gonna build that up on the outer corner. There we go, now you can see something happening. And I don't know if y'all can. You kind of can. But we talked about this the other day with the orange, the purple one. The whole idea behind these palettes is to be natural makeup. And you can see that crease is building up a little at a time, which is good. That's kind of how you want it to work. You want to build that color up to exactly where you want it. And the depth that you want it. I don't know how well this would work on darker skin tones unless you had a eyeshadow primer. Now we're going into the e.l.f. palette. And you can kind of see that one a bit better. At least I can. Yeah, you can too. The e.l.f. one, the darker color, is a bit pigmented, more pigmented. That is so odd. See if I could build this one up to at least match. All right, they match. Whew. Okay, now we're gonna take a flat brush and I wanna go into C. Kind of want to go into sidecar, but I don't think it matches. Let's go into side. Wasn't it sidecar that matched that one? We might have to go into half baked. Okay. That's too white. We're going into Sin. I think that's what it's called. Sin, and they're not quite a match. I don't know what's going on. I know when I matched them up a minute ago, they matched, so I'm not getting it. Or maybe it was those two. Yeah. Okay. It was sidecar and... Okay, so we're going into sidecar on the naked side. And laying it down on the lid. It comes off great on your finger. And I love this palette. I wonder if it's maybe it's the oils in your fingers that help it. I do sanitize my palettes quite often. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna shade switch and we're gonna go into the fifth color in the e.l.f. palette. I'm able to get that one to show up without using my finger. Let's see what it does when I use my finger. Okay, we're going to take a little bit of the inner corner with Sin on the Urban Decay side. And then we're going to take the second color. Okay, I thought for a minute I thought I saw writing real small. All right, then I want to take that same shade. I want to set it in the center. I'm going to take this finger over here and put it in Sin. And stick it on the center as well. And then I'm going into Sin. Instead of, you know what I did over here. All right, now we're gonna take, how far are we? Okay. Gonna take this brush, so we're gonna take a little bit of Buck. And we're gonna take the last color. And just pull it underneath each eye. Take a little more of Buck. Just so they match. All right, now we're going to go in with the You Can Be mascara. I got some on my nose. I'm gonna do the e.l.f. liner around the lips. Overall, I would say you don't get all the colors, but you got enough. And actually, if I was honest, when you look at this, the e.l.f. palette, the dark shade, is more pigmented than the Buck, the dark shade over here. You could build it up better. It looks better on this side, and this is the drugstore side. So you're not missing out, technically. I mean, you're missing out on some blues, maybe. But you're not missing out on, like, quality, because the e.l.f. palette is quality also. See if we could get this little black spot off my nose. There we go. And, I don't know. I like this side better. And that's just me. What do y'all think? Oops. I forgot to shut the palettes. But overall, yes, I like the e.l.f. palette. I like how it looks better than I like how the other one looks. And it's only $10. I think I got it on sale. Watch for sales on elf.com. And sometimes you could get some pretty good stuff for cheaper. So I will talk to y'all in the next one. I am so exhausted. I have no idea why. So that's what I'm talking about with my hair. You see that? It's like a perfect corkscrew curl. Anyways, I will talk to y'all later. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. I hope you had a wonderful holiday weekend for those of you in America. And I hope everyone is doing great.